Hello guys, welcome to UPSC Mains Content Builder Series Video 8 from Calendar Study. In today's video, we are going to learn in detail about the crisis which is affecting our telecom sector related to AGR, which is Adjusted Gross Revenue. Now, tomorrow the context is also about a verdict which is going to come from Supreme Court tomorrow on 18th of June. Now, that verdict will decide a number of things. So, before getting into the details of this matter, let us first go through our interest areas, which are to understand the significance of telecom sector, how this AGR issue has affected our telecom sector so far, who are the affected stakeholders in a bit of detail, and what could be a probable solution out of this problem. For UPSC aspirants, GS Paper 2, government policies and interventions for development in various sectors and issues arising out of their design and implementation is a part that we are going to cover. Now the context is, back on 24th of October 2019, Supreme Court of India upheld a DOT definition, that is Department of Telecom's definition of adjusted gross revenue. Now, if this definition is accepted, it means that the telecom providers, service providers will have to pay approximately 1.4 lakh crore rupees to the government. Now, obviously, this is a huge money, is going to benefit the person who is going to receive it, and obviously in a negative manner will affect the person who is going to pay it. Now, the case is about this. This telecom sector has said that they do not have the wherewithal to pay this huge amount, which government is claiming right now. Now, over these many years, government has also softened its stance and said that, okay, we'll give them some time. And Supreme Court has come with a lot of anger that why the decisions are not taken, why this sector, this particular AGR issue is lingering on for so long, and why they have not paid up for all this while, despite Supreme Court has given a bit of directive in the past too. Now, before getting into the details, let us tell you what the significance of telecom sector is for India. Now, we all know that telecom sector forms the base of ICT revolution that we are seeing these days, information and communication technology. We all are a service provider to the world. We are so boastful of our services that we are providing. Our service sector forms a huge part, approximately 60% of our GDP. And this telecommunication revolution that happened and that started in 1992-93 has paid a lot of dividend to us. So if we let our telecom sector go and have a nosedive like this, wherein they are in no position to pay a due to the government, definitely that will be a lose-lose situation for both of us. Now, it also plays a key enabler for several welfare schemes that the government is also banking on, like JAM, Trinity, we have known that, Jan Dhan, Aadhaar and Mobile, Direct Benefit Transfer, DBT, the PAHAL scheme regarding the subsidy for gas connections, where gas cylinders have been transferred. The government also thinks that telecom sector is important, and it has integrated the development of telecom sector into its policy folds for so long. Transport, we are using Ola, Uber, that again has quite a bit direct relation of telecom sector, energy, financial inclusion. Obviously, that's also part of agriculture and education. We are doing online education now. The communication that we are having right now is also part of this enabler activity. Now, this is also cost effective and environment friendly, obviously in many ways. People, those who are making a call and getting their business done, definitely not traveling that much, not leaving carbon footprint in the environment. So a number of ways we can look at it in a positive manner. This is also a prime mover. This industry is also a prime mover industry in this COVID-19 crisis. Now, post COVID-19, obviously, a number of areas are going to go online, and this telecom revolution that we already have and are enjoying right now with so many subscribers definitely help in improving their services. Now, coming to the AGR issue, what is it? Now, a bit of detail. History is the telecom sector in India, like I said, was liberalized under National Telecom Policy in 1994, after which licenses were issued to the companies in return for a fixed license fee. Now, that license fee used to be huge. It was huge at that time. Now, in order to provide relief from this steep fixed license fee, the government in 1999 gave an option to licensees to migrate to a revenue sharing fee model. Now, in this revenue sharing fee model, there were two components. One was annual license fee and spectrum usage charges, SUC and ALF. Now, these were the two parts that telecom companies or operators were supposed to share with the government as a percentage, and they called the addition of these two as AGR, that is adjusted gross revenue. Now, license agreements between government Department of Telecommunications, that's the government, and the telecom companies define the gross revenues of the telecom companies. Now, this license agreement has all the details. Now, moving forward, now what the definition of AGR, which has been under litigation for 14 years, it said that the AGR would also include all the non-core areas as well. This is where the telecom companies are coming and are arguing with the government that the revenues which the government wants to calculate in AGR sheet should not come from both the telecom services and non-telecom services. But on the contrary, the license agreement which was signed in 1999, it had defined that the AGR will comprise of these two services together. Now, this is where the problem is. The telecom companies are saying that we are already overburdened with the license fee which you would ask us to pay, even if you are not calculating the non-core part. But government is not relenting on that matter. Now, that is the problem. AGR for government is something else, and for telecom companies is something else. Which is why recently, when this matter went to Supreme Court, the Supreme Court asked the telecom companies to come out with a resolution. Telecom companies have time and again said that as per their calculation, internal calculation, the AGR is something else, wherein to the contrary, government has proposed a different figure altogether. Now, this issue will go on. Out of the three players which we have right now, Tata is already not there. In fact, when this telecom revolution started, when the licenses were being distributed, we had almost 14 operators in India. But by the time this AGR issue started happening and started affecting the telecom companies' balance sheets, almost 10 of them have either packed up or are filing bankruptcy in some process of that. So we can understand how this AGR issue and its interpretation has affected telecom sector in our own country. Now, who are the stakeholders who are going to get affected? Obviously, telecom companies would be there. Telecom sector will be the first one to have a body blow. We were expecting to break 5G. If we have nobody to invest in telecom sector in our country and get benefited and don't see an opportunity, how would we get 5G out of it? So that 5G dream will obviously take a backseat. Now, again, this is happening because ARPUs, which is average revenue per user, is falling. If the Supreme Court tomorrow, or in any case, if the final judgment comes against the favor of these telecom companies, the revenues of these companies will further fall. They will not get long-term capital from the market. Banks will further not be interested to pay them any loan. Things will get bad for them. So obviously for telecom companies, the core area of operation, the revenue coming from the core area of operation is called ARPU, which is average revenue per user, which we all use and we pay to these companies. So ARPUs will definitely fall down. Indian consumers will at some point of time find only one or two players. They will try to either cartel the prices, they will create near monopolies, and hence will be facing substandard services and other kind of problems that usually happen when the economy is closed and we do not have an open market. A market is closed by only 2-3 big players. Now, banks obviously they will also face the problem because NPA crisis will also shoot up. When the telecom companies would be asked to pay 1.5 lakh crore to the government, definitely these companies are right now saying that they cannot pay this. Obviously, if they have to shut their offices here in India, they already have leveraged their balance sheets in the banks, and banks have a lot of exposure in the sector. Now, if they pack their bags from here, definitely banks will also start performing negatively. Non-performing asset would be a problem. Now, obviously for government, that is one direct player and stakeholder, it gets benefited. Like I have said, the fiscal deficit part will be taken care of and the government finances would be bolstered. Now, given this backdrop as the problem and what we can expect out of it. So far we have learned that what AGR issue is, since when it started, and how our telecom sector is badly coping with it. Now the probable solution could be alternate dispute resolution mechanism. Obviously, we do not have an in-court solution always. We can definitely look for something that goes out of the court. So a resolution, a settlement, arbitration, reconciliation between government and the other parties can definitely be arranged. The telecom industry is so crucial for India's next wave of growth, for digitalization, and so government should not be blinded by short-term revenue consideration. Government can definitely plan it up and make some offsetting right now. For future, they can look at the larger goal at hand. It is important for India to come online to get the benefit of this digital world. They have so much options that government of India can look at, like last mile connectivity. With the help of telecom industry, government of India can look at as a benefit, as an added advantage, if they could retain the players in our country. So in light of this, the government should consider accepting what Telecom Regulatory Authority of India recommended on AGR. Now, TRAI had made a recommendation, which was that the non-telecom revenue part should not be taken into account while calculating AGR for the purpose of levying license fees. This was the recommendation that TRAI gave. So obviously, guys, if you have to write an answer, so you should give TRAI's recommendation, because it's a government body and they have recommended this part. Now, government should try to look at this problem as a policy matter rather than an economic matter. Obviously, the calculation which also takes into account the non-core areas of operation, telecom companies may find problem in shouldering that burden. That is the problem they have lingered on with this matter, and they expected the government will give them some area of soothe and the pacifying the problem that the issue has come up with. So guys, this is the probable solution, the bunch of it. I hope you would have understood a lot of the context and what we are going to expect tomorrow. Tomorrow, when you again listen about the court verdict, obviously you'll be able to understand what has happened and why this verdict is so important, when all the news channels are going to bring the details of the case. So guys, this was all taken from the Hindu, Economic Times, the Indian Express, and a bit of details were also taken from Wikipedia. So guys, if you like it, please share, subscribe to our channel, and let us know in case you did not understand anything, any part of this presentation where you want the explanation to be more. Your feedbacks would be welcoming. For any extra topic, any topic that you want me to present this elaborator on, please write an email to info@calendarstudy.com, and do take care. Thank you.